Good afternoon, students. As you all know that I have not been making any videos since the past few days due to my poor health. Now, you may be wondering that why I have come to talk to you now when I am not yet recovered. Actually, I have not come to share any lesson on English with you today. Today, I have come to share an a motivational video with you in which I'll be just telling you two things, rather one thing, a policy that you can follow in order to be both happy and successful in life. Now, you may wonder, is there actually any policy or formula to succeed in life? It depends on how you define success. This is the only thing about which I want to talk to you today. And trust me, 1 week on bed, tossing and turning in pain, has given me this very valuable lesson. Please forgive me for my looks, because I don't think I am here for my looks, and you are not going to evaluate the video based on how I look. Now, whatever I want to tell, first of all, whenever we start our life, we start thinking of the good things in life and how the good things in life can be achieved, or how we can achieve the good things in our life. When we are young, our parents tell us, many of our parents, look, what a big house. If you want to live in that big house, you have to study hard. Look, what a big car. If you want to ride in that big car, you have to study hard. In this way, from our very childhood, our parents, our elders start telling us these things. Look at that lifestyle. So many servants. If you want to have so many servants, you have to lead this lifestyle. Trust me, friend, that is not the way to be successful. That is not the way to be happy. In order to be truly happy or successful, you should not look at the big house, the big car, and the so many servants' household. Rather, you should look on the pavement. If you look on the pavement, you will see in India, in our country, there are so many motherless orphans who are twisting in anguish, in hunger, day in and day out. They don't even have a roof on their head or hot food on their plate. They have to struggle even to ensure their breath at the end of the day. So if you look at those children, if you look at those poor people, you will start realizing how privileged you are to have the roof atop your head and the plate in front of you during dinner and lunch. This is the time you are going to feel grateful to the greater power for giving you these provisions which others have to fight for. So you get so many things: a father, a mother, a shelter, food, clothes, without even asking for it. When you learn to appreciate what you already have, that moment you will be able to utilize what you have in order to reap the maximum benefit for it. But if I show you that car, that house, those servants, that lifestyle, probably you cannot earn that much to have that big house, that big car, so many servants, and that lavish lifestyle. And the aftermath is heartbreak, because the expectations are shattered. But trust me, it does not matter if you don't have a big house, if you don't have a big car, if you don't have many servants in your household, and if you don't have a lavish lifestyle. These are not success. I told you in the beginning of the video what is success. So first you have to learn to define success. Those of you will define success in terms of these materialistic parameters in life will never be able to gain success in the truest sense of the term. First, you have to learn to evaluate success. Success is measured by the smile on your face and the happiness in your heart, not by the money that you carry in your purse, not by the size of your house, the number of servants in your household, the lavishness of your lifestyle. So first, learn to appreciate what you have by looking at the unprivileged, deprived lot of the society. When you learn, when you know, when you come in terms to this fact that you are much more privileged than so many people out there suffering in rain and storm outside, you will understand how grateful you should be to life for giving you these things, and then you should start appreciating, utilizing, and reaping the benefit, as I told you. And nobody will have to tell you what you have to do with what you have in order to reach where you need to reach. You will be able to find your own goal yourself. Nobody will have to point the finger and teach you what you need to do in life once you know what you have and how you should be grateful for that, how you should respect that. This is the first thing. Whenever a child is born and he starts going to school, the parents start comparing with various students. That she is scoring more than you, he is performing better than you, he is a better player than you, she is a better singer than you, and the child automatically starts feeling suppressed. That maybe I don't have enough of it, I don't have that spark. That is wrong, because every child out there is blessed with some spark or the other. The only reason why it may not be manifested is due to the unnourishing of that spark. Maybe it is undiscovered, it is buried under the ashes of this suppression. So self-actualization can only come when we start comparing our children with others. Now you cannot teach your parents anything. So how can you groom yourself? Because I have heard from many students that, Madam, Didi, Auntie, our parents compare us with other students. We feel so humiliated, so inferior. Now this is for the parents. If you are listening, this is not the right way, because your child is also having something which you need to discover, and you need to invest some time behind your child for that. If you think you are going to work and earn 24 hours and then you are going to come back home, sit in front of the television, and then you are going to chastise and rebuke your child for not being as good as the neighbor's child, that is not parenting. That is expecting without investing. So first of all, you have to spend time with your child to unleash his or her potential. Now for the students, when you go to school, first of all, instead of counting your score, I've got 80, I've got 60, I've got 50. First you be grateful that you are being able to go to school. Because still now, child labor is privileged practice despite the constitutional laws against them. If you look around, you will see many children washing dishes in the tea shops, serving food in the restaurant. So these are examples of child labor you cannot stop. So you should be first privileged that you are not doomed to that lifestyle. You are getting a school, you are getting proper education, the opportunity. First, thank God for that. Now you start, automatically this thing will come in you, that I am getting this privilege, I am getting this opportunity. So what should be my duty? I should utilize this so that I can be able to do something for those children out there. Now even students are participating in NGOs. So if you are a very good student, if you can become a good student, that does not always come with becoming a good scorer. If you are dedicated to your studies, you will be able to achieve that position from where you can help others. So when you go to school first, your aim, your happiness will not come if you compare yourself with the first boy or first girl. Your happiness will come from this gratitude that you are studying. You are getting the opportunity. Then the smell of the books, there are many children who don't get it. You are getting that. You are not deaf, you are not blind, you are not dumb. You are okay, you are healthy. Think of those children who have disabilities. They are not called disabled, they are called specially abled nowadays. So it's good that you are not specially abled. Even if you are specially abled, it doesn't matter. But if you are not specially abled, then be thankful for that I am having my eyes, my ears, my nose, my mouth in the correct place. I am capable of, controlling my physique properly. I can come to school walking on my two legs. I am not crippled. So how should I utilize my good health? Another aspect that you should be grateful for, your good health. That you are having all the organs in the proper place. Girls often suffer from this inferiority because many students often tell me they suffer from this inferiority that we don't look as good as that girl. That girl, these things come in adolescence. That girl is admired by many boys in the class, ma'am, but no boy ever approaches me. How does it matter? Does your self-worth depend on the acceptance of any damn boy in this earth? No. So why should you ever feel bad or small for that? You should rather be thankful to God for giving you a proper face. Think of the girls who were victims of acid attack. I was involved with Sneha, an NGO in Puducherry, working for the acid attack based girls. So if you see them, if you hear their cry, you are going to run mad. If you stand outside and you hear them crying, you will go mad. You don't have to enter the ashram, that place. The cry itself will turn you mad. So how privileged you are, just think once, girls, for having proper face with no distortion. So never ever complain to God and never consider fairness as a success. Never consider good looks as a success. These are very cheap elements of success. But if you are running behind those things, you will never be happy. So how to be happy? Whenever you want to be happy in life, you have to look not at the brighter side of life. You have to first look at the darker side of life, from where you have been saved. All the instances I have quoted for the last few minutes. First you look at the darker side. How privileged I am not to be a part of that system. I have been saved by God from that. Now you look at the brighter side and you strive. But if you look at the brighter side and run behind that since your childhood, the only thing that will happen is heartbreak when you will not be able to fulfill your expectations. Rather, the expectations set by those who show you the brighter side, your parents. It is very important to look at the brighter side of life in order to set the standard that this is where I want to be. But first you need to be grateful for being saved from the darker side of life. In that way only you will be able to deal with the failures while running for the success. Because the major problem faced by students of this contemporary age is coping up with stress and failure. They are not able to cope up with stress and failure. Because like in our childhood, when I used to stand, I came second. My teacher told me, why have you come second? You are capable of being first. And I am telling you something, this first and second is not in the section. In the section maybe I was first, in all section I was fourth. In all section means among 1,000 students. And the teacher told me that your result is not okay. You should have stood fourth. You should have stood first. Why have you come fourth? Now I was a kind of child. I thought, what is she saying? I have come fourth among 1,000 students. I have done maths better than so many students, English better than so many students. I am happy. I don't care. I never took that stress. I released it. Okay. So that is the way in which I was happy. I have not gone to IITs. I have not gone to any medical profession or anything, but I am happy doing whatever I am doing. And I am more happy than many successful people who are not successful despite being so successful because they are not happy. So only one important thing. First of all, set the standard of your success. The definition of your success is the smile on your face and the happiness in your heart. And how to attain that success? The success I defined. First, you look at the darker side. Thank God. Be grateful that you are not a part of that darker system. You are having so many things which so many children don't have. Now you set your standard for the bright life ahead, which your teachers or parents definitely show you, and you strive for that. So if you ever face any failure while chasing those dreams, if you start from this concept of that you are saved from the darker side conception, then when you fail, when you stumble, you will first feel, okay, I am so privileged. I have this much with me. Okay, this much I don't have, but this much I have. So why should I be so sad? Maybe I have not reached here, but at least I am here. But your problem is, the general problem, you are starting from here and you are thinking, I'm not here, I'm not here, I'm not here. When will I reach here? But you are already here, lifted up by God, that you never see. That so many backups you already have. Food, shelter, clothes, education for opportunity, proper physique, so many things you have, and you need to reach here. So much God has already given you. This we parents, as teachers, as parents, we don't teach you. We don't show you what you have. We only tell you from the beginning of your life what you don't have, what you have to have. So you start feeling frustrated, you start feeling depressed. You have to cope up with this failure again and again. It is our mistake, it is not your mistake. We should be blamed for not being able to parent you, train your mind in the proper way. This video I made in my sickness, despite my sickness, because these 7 days I have been able to realize this. As I lay on the bed, I could not walk. I understood how privileged I am to have these hands and legs, that I can walk. That much is enough. Whatever I don't have, whatever we don't have, that comes much later. But what we have is enormous. First, let's be grateful for that. I hope you find this video helpful in coping up with stress, in coping up with the failures. Failures are mostly self-made. Most of our failures are self-made because we have set that standard. I have to have that. Who told you you have to have that? You told yourself, I have to have that. I have to be a doctor. I have to be an engineer. I have to score 100 out of 100. So you are the reason behind your failure. Then am I telling you not to be ambitious? Yes, be ambitious. But carry the gratitude in your bag. That will help you in your journey of being ambitious. If you are only striving to fulfill your ambitions, you are going to fail. But if you carry gratitude, probably you will be more successful in fulfilling your ambitions. I hope I was able to reach you. Thank you for bearing with me. Stay well, stay safe, and take immense care of yourself in this pandemic. Thank you.